Every Barbie doll starts as a handmade prototype at Mattel's design center. And styling hair is one of the most important steps.
I was working in a salon as a hairstylist before I worked here.
But adults aren't just making toys these days. They've become a target audience.
Whoa!
Like 63-year-old Bruce Pascal, who owns the world's most valuable Hot Wheels collection, worth about $2 million.
It's going to cost you $50,000 to buy a lowrider that's painted beautifully. But for a Hot Wheel, you can have it on your desk for $35.
U.S. adults spent $7.6 billion on toys for themselves in 2024, up over 10% from the previous year. They're lining up around the block to get rare figurines and turning plush toys from claw machines into side hustles.
I'm guessing I could probably sell this one for $150 or $200.
So how did adult collectors take over the toy industry? And how are the world's biggest toy companies cashing in? Bruce started collecting Hot Wheels over 25 years ago.
Welcome to my Hot Wheels museum.
Today he owns 10,000 cars and another 3,000 pieces of rare memorabilia.
This is the actual store display. This is the original artwork. There was a special bingo set they did in 1971 era. And one of the reasons I have this warehouse is my wife didn't really enjoy having so many visitors come by to see my collection at the house. I have about 200 different prototypes. It's amazing what employees just kept in their garage. So the first one I'll pull out, there was a car that came out in 1969 called the Torero. This is what the car looked like, but if you look at it, it's not a Hot Wheel. It's actually a hand-carved piece of resin and then hand-painted. Apparently there was a dinner in 1969 at Mattel, and everybody that showed up got this chromed car. There's less than 10 of these known in the world. Makes this car worth at least $5,000. One of my favorite cars is this Mustang. Only the first cars of production actually had what we called open hood scoop. And then they realized that extra step of process to punching out the metal slowed down production. So almost every other Mustang sold is covered. But what's different about this car is if you turn it over, you'll see it has one of the most shiny bases you can get. One of the rarest cars I have. This car is probably worth $30,000.
This customized hot rod inspired one of the first Hot Wheels.
I think I got it at a bargain, $75,000, and I wouldn't sell it for even double that today, because to me, it's the centerpiece of my Hot Wheels collection.
These are original mock-ups of a car released in 1980.
And one of the things they had to do as a designer is they would draw up a concept for a future car. Here's an example of one of those cars they created. There's the actual product, and it all started with a drawing. Is that amazing?
But his most prized possession?
This is the car. It's the king of the hobby. It's the rear load Beach Bomb. It's the rarest Hot Wheel in the world.
Only 2 of these were ever created.
Every car Mattel made had to go through the tracks and the curves. The problem is when this car went around the track too fast, it turned to its side. No good for production. So this is the prototype of the transition between the model they didn't want to make and the future model they were going to make. I paid over $50,000, less than $100,000. That's my range, I'll just say. I always keep it kind of secret. It will take $1 million to pry this car off my collection. It is by far my favorite Hot Wheel.
When Hot Wheels came out in 1968, Mattel handmade its prototypes out of wood, or by customizing model kits. A single one could take 2 months to build.
Somebody had to hand carve the car to exact specifications.
Mattel doesn't make wood prototypes anymore, but designing new models can take over a year. It all starts with an idea from designers like Charlie Angelo.
My family didn't have much money, and so for me to dream to own a certain car was my biggest dream. But a lot of the times too, I would look at a car and be like, you know, I think I can do maybe a better job than that, or maybe I would modify it this way and I think it would look better. Well, one thing I really like here is this reflection right here, see that? And it actually helps accent this fender right there. And it makes it a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more speed to it.
One of his most popular creations is this donut drifter.
My mom used to have a catering business, and I thought, would it be cool if I made her a little character and we called it Sweetie's Donuts after her? We had a box of donuts and I was really hungry, and I thought, hey, would it be funny if we made it into a donut car? Maybe this little guy is trying to escape whatever environment he's in. Maybe he's stuck in the donut, and maybe the donut box becomes all the aero effects.
The designs eventually go to Mattel's 3D printing lab, where they'll become physical prototypes.
With this machine, we're able to print good resolution, good surface finish parts in over 500,000 different colors, all at once.
Toys like dollhouses can take up to a week to print, while Hot Wheels can be done in a few hours.
We're working with play, right? It's definitely important to know how a kid or adult is going to interact with the toy.
After that, they get a pressure wash to remove the support gel from the 3D printer.
And it is, for the most part, water soluble. So we have these pressure washer stations, just warm tap water with high pressure to remove that support.
Chrome engines, red stripe racing slicks, new Hot Wheels.
Mattel launched Hot Wheels in 1968 with the idea of designing realistic cars that were faster and flashier than its competitors. And its first year, Hot Wheels outsold the #1 toy company at the time, Matchbox.
I have an old Matchbox vehicle here. It's just enamel paint, has these rubber tires, there's nothing special about it.
Brendan Vituski has been working as a lead designer at Hot Wheels for over 20 years.
We hired real car designers. They came from Detroit and worked here. Most of them had moving parts or a feature, so this had an opening engine hood so you could see the engine detail.
In the 1980s, as the first waves of fans were getting older, Mattel started to launch limited edition designs, targeting adults.
This is the first product that Hot Wheels offered with the collector in mind. They made this 15th anniversary product.
Today, Mattel has a whole line of collectible cars called the Red Line. These have up to 30 parts and sell for as much as $37 each. Compare that to Mattel's cheapest cars, which typically have 4 parts and sell for just a couple dollars.
All the parts just almost literally fall into place. You know, the body, the window, the interior, the chassis.
Redline cars are only sold online and to people who pay $10 a year to be in the Redline Club.
So you won't find this at your major retailers or anything like that.
Brendan leads the team that designs these cars, like this Mercedes they've been working on for over a year.
And our manufacturing team told us no at first. And it took a few rounds of debugging just because of complexities of manufacturing it, making sure that all 4 doors open.
Redline cars, like this lowrider, are produced in limited quantities.
All of our Redline Club cars have that kind of intricate detail.
That lowrider is one of Bruce's favorites.
And the paint job is beyond spectacular. And the wheels, just like a real lowrider, they pop out. Is that amazing? So look at this car. I mean, this is awesome. A Hot Wheel for $35, and it's a piece of art.
Redline cars can sell for double on eBay right after they're released.
The general rule is the less production volume, the more collectors who want it.
But Bruce mostly buys cars for his personal collection, with a few exceptions.
So I do hoard some cars that I think in the future will go up in value. I look for all the Ferraris I can buy, and then I kind of stick them away as investments. This is sort of like my bank vault. So for example, here's some Ferraris, I have some Porsches that I'm sticking away. But the Japanese cars are very hot right now. Everybody likes the Nissans, the Toyotas, the Datsuns.
Adult collectors like Bruce are part of the reason Hot Wheels sales are booming today. They reached $1.4 billion in gross sales in 2023, up 14% from the previous year.
Now, the most common question I get as a Hot Wheels collector is, do you play with your Hot Wheels? I open up my museum 4 times a year, and yes, I get on the ground with the kids and I reenact my childhood when I was 8 or 9 or 10 years old playing with Hot Wheels back then. Always happens.
Bruce buys discontinued cars at conventions, like the York Toy Extravaganza in Pennsylvania. One of his favorite trading partners is Randy Blake, who's had a booth here for 25 years. He has over 300,000 cars in his collection.
What's up, Randy?
Hey, Bruce, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. I got some carded red lines. I got some nice higher-end convention cars.
Do you have that, the Fair Lady Z, the new NFT?
I do. I have one of those. That's my last one left right there. That's the.
Yeah, I just got these are the newest ones that just came out from the club.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Both nice
The
cars.
Porsche, yeah, both of those are
Both
the two
nice
hottest
cars.
ones.
Yep.
What do you think of an even trade?
I could do that for you, Bruce. We could work that out.
Another deal?
Absolutely.
Hey, Jerry.
What's up, Bruce?
You tell me, what's going on?
How's it going? Because I know you're the man that has everything except this.
Okay, something I don't have. Wow.
How long has it been since you've seen one of those?
I saw one on eBay in my life, that's it. 2 cars.
Made only 1 year.
Yeah, great condition, too. What are you asking for it?
1,800.
That's high. How about 1,200? Life's not always about making money. Give you 1,500 for it, and I'll give you cash.
You got it. Sold.
Okay, 13, 14, 15.
Thank you, sir.
We got a deal? Thank you very much. Appreciate you saving that for me.
I'll give you mine.
So this may be the only one existing in the world today, this type of package. And when you're a collector, you want to try to find stuff that nobody else has. This falls in the category. I paid a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but I guarantee you if I came back here for the next 10 years, I wouldn't find it.
While Bruce snatches up anything rare or historic, some have a niche, like building complete color sets of one type of car, what collectors call a rainbow.
Hey, Bruce. What's up, guys?
How are you, Bruce?
I'm doing okay.
My man.
Cosmo Kogan is trying to build a complete set of the 1968 Mustang.
I've always been a big Mustang guy. I actually had a Mustang when I met my wife. And for me personally, I just love that. I call it like a lavender, just beautiful color. And like this is a $1,000 car, you know, in this condition.
When Hot Wheels first came out, they painted cars for the first time, a toy car, the same way a real automobile was painted, electrostatic paint, which nobody had ever done that before. The gem-like sparkly quality really appealed.
Everybody likes shiny. Women like shiny, the men like shiny. This is our shiny, right? I mean, my wife's shiny is a little different than mine.
Many credit Elliott Handler, Mattel's co-founder, as the mastermind behind Hot Wheels.
Elliott Handler told me one day that his greatest inventions were taking something already invented, but just making it better.
That's what his wife, Ruth Handler, did in 1959 when she helped create the Barbie doll.
So think about this. A husband and wife invented the #1 boys and girls toy in the history of the world.
Back then, most dolls were babies. Ruth wanted to create something that kids could see as a role model.
Girls could fantasize about being bigger. They could fantasize about being teenagers or young adults. They did not have to fantasize about being moms or wives.
Mattel was also one of the first toy companies to market straight to kids on TV, which helped it sell over 300,000 Barbies in 1959. For decades, Barbie dominated the fashion doll industry without major rivals. In 1991, Mattel reported that 95% of American girls between ages 3 and 11 owned multiple Barbies. But Barbie's reign was threatened in the early 2000s, when Bratz dolls first hit shelves. Designed as a direct challenge to the blonde, slim Barbie doll, Bratz featured a diverse cast with more skin tones, different hairstyles, and edgier fashion that resonated with tweens. By the mid-2000s, the Bratz doll had hit an estimated $1 billion in annual sales and gobbled up about 40% of the fashion doll market. In 2015, Barbie sales reached a 25-year low of $900 million, down over 50% from their peak in 1997. That same year, Mattel launched dozens of new Barbies with different body shapes, hairstyles, and skin tones. But it would take a few more years for the iconic doll to regain its former glory. Today, Barbie dolls come in over 30 skin tones, and Brian Maldonado creates them from scratch.
The biggest challenge I have, every Barbie character, Monster High character, everybody has their own different kind of skin tone. Actually just finished cooking one, and we're gonna go ahead and pull one out. Where you just get your trusty wrench, unlatch everything here, grab it, twist it, pop it right there. You got yourself a fresh Barbie head.
That doll head is the canvas for Barbie's hairstylists like Shirley Fujisaki. She used to work in a salon and has been the key lead hair designer at Mattel for 19 years.
Part of the interview process was actually getting on this machine that I've never touched before and rooting doll hair. If somebody's told me that I was going to be doing Barbie's hair when, I'm older, I'd be like, oh, you're crazy. Our favorite and best tool that we use every day is this pet brush, which is amazing. You would think a pet brush wouldn't smooth out the hair, but it does an amazing job.
Mattel's hair team has developed over 100 hairstyles in the last decade.
This one was kind of popular with adults just because of the tampering that we did on the hair, the style that we did on it, and just how creative it was to do the kitty ears with hair. One of the ones that took, I would say, probably up to about 8 or 10 iterations was this one. It's one of our Fashionista extra dolls. It took us a few different trials to figure out the exact color placement to get the combination coming to down here so that it can show that ombre color from the front of it.
Adults have played a critical role in Barbie's comeback. During the pandemic, millennial parents started buying dolls for their kids to try to cut down their screen time. Nostalgic millennials also showed up en masse for the Barbie movie in 2023, a blockbuster hit that grossed roughly $1.4 billion. The movie helped reignite the collector's market too. Mark Lear, a longtime collector, has taken advantage of this comeback, selling his own line of custom outfits online.
So I bought these two fabric in Japan, and I got this online. The shipping's not cheap. I have to buy more.
He says he could sell this kimono for about $85, but he treats his business as a compliment to his hobby. Today, he has hundreds of vintage dolls worth tens of thousands of dollars in his home in Queens, New York. One of his most valuable items is this European doll, which helped inspire the first Barbie.
So this is called Lily, and this is from Germany, and this was from 1955. She was about maybe 3,000 to 4,000. Ruth went to Switzerland with her family, and she saw this doll on the window display.
Each Barbie cost $3 in the early days, and accessories cost extra. Today, Mark buys most of his new items on Etsy or eBay, like these $20 shoes. Mark isn't alone. Mattel says about 13% of its US sales come from adults.
And when you get older, you want to have something to feel like your childhood feels.
That's one of the reasons Dave Coletta has been collecting Lego for over 40 years.
It's probably somewhere between 100,000 and 500,000 just individual Lego elements in this room. Even in college, my friends were going out to the bars, and I was like, well, but I could buy some more Lego with that money.
LEGO's adult community is so big that it has a nickname, AFOLs, or Adult Fans of LEGO.
It's a term that we use somewhat endearingly, but, it's also a little cheeky.
He buys and customizes sets without using instructions.
I am at a point where I kind of build in my mind all the time. Like when I see something, I'm like, oh, I would use that piece to build that.
Dave's work got him featured on the TV show LEGO Masters, where mostly adults compete in brick building challenges.
This is a version of one of the things that I built when I was on LEGO Masters. It was one of our winning builds, and I was building a miniature version of it because I just wanted to keep that memory.
He's currently constructing a model of his bathroom.
I'm using these pieces, which originally were lightsaber rods, but I'm putting them on their ends and putting them all so close together that they make that hexagonal tile. I had to use tweezers to get each one in where it went. I probably ordered 2,000 lightsaber rods just to make this floor. I don't ever really think about how many pieces go into it because it's like you're a painter. Do you count how many brush strokes that you put into your painting? I don't think so.
What Dave does think about is the cost. He guesses his collection has set him back about $50,000.
I try to set a budget of $200 a month per Lego, and sometimes I'll need more if I'm working on a commission, or that helps supplement what I'm spending on Lego. A minifigure like this could go for $200 because it's a very rare minifigure that only appeared in one set ever. I'm trying to be budget conscious, but it's fun.
To save money, he buys pieces off resale sites like Bricklink, which LEGO acquired in 2019. The site has over 1 million adult members.
If I'm working on a project and I need 1,000 3-length white rods, I can source them from anywhere in the world and find the cheapest price.
One downside to his passion, he's often modeling alone.
The internet was pivotal in my journey in Lego, so I was younger, building by myself in my apartment, and I discovered that there was a whole online community of other people like me, and we started coming together in person.
LEGO conventions like Brick Fair in Virginia took off among grown-ups in the 2000s. Over 22,000 visitors stop by every year to see fans display their creations.
This is the biggest crane I've made up to date.
Aiden Hurst spent roughly $1,500 to build this 15-foot crane.
I work construction, so my inspiration was actually at my last project. We worked around one of them, and I was like, oh, I want to build that one day.
John Peter Zapp spent over a decade and thousands of dollars building this miniature of Middle-earth from Lord of the Rings.
A lot of stuff broke on the way down, so all day yesterday, me and my 2 helpers were just fixing, so it was a long day yesterday. I think I'll take it to 1 or 2 more shows, and then it's meant to break apart and build something new out of it. It's Lego, it's not like it's meant to last forever.
But LEGO didn't always prioritize the buying power of these adult collectors.
LEGO started out really designed to be educational and to have a rich and fulfilling play experience for children.
LEGO was founded in Denmark in the 1930s and only made wooden toys at first. The first plastic bricks came out in 1949 and were called automatic binding bricks. In 1958, LEGO patented the stud and tube design, which allowed for large and stable builds. By the 60s, LEGO's plastic brick sets were taking off in Western Europe, so the company decided to focus exclusively on bricks. LEGO debuted the iconic minifigure in 1978. By 1987, LEGO sets were sold in nearly 120 countries, and US sales soared to an estimated $115 million. In 1999, LEGO released its first successful set tied to a movie franchise, Star Wars. And adults loved it too.
They were actually building a model and being engaged in the Star Wars narrative. So that really had a much older appeal than just stacking blocks.
But in the 90s and early 2000s, LEGO took its eye off the ball. spending hundreds of millions of dollars on theme parks, digital projects, and merchandise. Meanwhile, video game sales were growing, cutting into the toy market.
There was much more emphasis on TV and less emphasis on sort of construction play.
In 2003, sales tanked 35% in the US. LEGO named a new CEO in 2004, who cut costs, sold the theme parks, and refocused the company on its core product, the plastic brick. It also started focusing more on its adult fan base. In 2007, LEGO launched a revamped Star Wars Millennium Falcon, which retailed for more than $500 and was recommended for ages 16 and up. In 2014, it launched LEGO Ideas. Fans could submit their own plans for sets, and if they got enough votes, watch their ideas go into production. They'd even get a 1% cut of the royalties.
They're saying, hey, if you make that, I will buy it. People don't want to just passively consume brands, they really want to interact with them.
Then in 2020, LEGO released its first set aimed at ages 18 and up. LEGO kept its momentum over the next few years, setting a revenue record in 2024. Today, LEGO's adult line, called Icons, is among its top-selling themes.
If I go to Target, I'll see a boyfriend and girlfriend going to buy sets for each other. They're like, oh, we should get this set. And in the same spot next to me, there'll be a kid be like, I really want that set. I feel like that's a success for the company, but also a success in lots of ways for our culture.
Plush toys are a $10 billion industry, and some of the main people scooping these up are adults. Mike Ney has figured out how to make a little money from his hobby. He sold over $40,000 worth of plush toys online. And he wins all of them himself out of an arcade claw machine near his home in Utah.
I'm guessing I could probably sell this one for $150 or $200. And there was only 25 of these made and available. My girlfriend's not entirely convinced that we need an entire room of the house dedicated just to plushies, but I enjoy it, so, she supports me.
In 2020, he bought a hobby machine from Alibaba and started studying how claws behave.
There's a lot of strategy that goes into it, more so than the average person might realize. Looking for the geometry of the plush and the specific way that the claw moves around it.
He gets most of his plush toys from Round One, an arcade with over 100 claw machines. Today, he's given himself a budget of $160. His goal is to fill up 2 laundry bags. Mike starts by inspecting every machine to look for easy wins.
I love coming to Round One in the morning after fresh restocks because they pile the toys high up above the chute here, and so it makes it a lot easier to win, just being able to pick them up and kind of tumble the plush into the prize chute.
Each play costs roughly $1 to $3. It took him 12 plays and $15 to win all 4 colors of these Pac-Man toys.
I'm guessing as a set, I could probably sell all of them for about $20.
Machines full of rare toys, like this Pochita character from a Japanese anime, cost more to play.
So I'm really trying to aim right around, grab where at least one claw gets under the actual chainsaw part. Use that double tap, and hopefully the chainsaw will actually hold it in the claw. It's kind of hooked on there, you can see it. Perfect, one-shot win. So that's less than $2 that we spend on it. We should be able to sell this one for $15 to $20, so it's a really solid 10x on that.
But most of the time, it takes him at least a few tries.
This Hello Kitty, they're really popular. I do have a couple already, so I'm not going to invest a lot into this one, but I'm going to give it a couple plays and see how we can do.
These failed attempts are what make claw machines so profitable for arcades.
Claw machines are just another form of gambling. It's just a cuddly, fluffy, colorful form of gambling. Very similar to a slot machine in Las Vegas, where you can program the payouts.
But instead, arcades can program the claw to have a stronger grip after a certain amount of plays.
It's a really delicate balance between making a profit and rewarding your player so that they keep coming back.
Mike is aware of this and has a couple of tricks and personal rules for himself. First, knowing when to stop.
We're just gonna skip it and move on. You can tell it doesn't even really lift up the plush at all.
Second, picking the right toy to go for.
So one thing I'm looking for with plush that I'm trying to win is plush that have, long arms and legs that the claw can grab onto.
And third, double tapping the button lets him instantly stop the claw, giving him more precision.
And we got a nice good grab there actually, perfect by the head. So that was just a couple plays to win that one.
This is one of the most popular machines here, filled with Japanese HoloLive plush toys, which are exclusive to round one.
So right now my general technique is just go for things that are close to the chute and just try and get one or two arms of the claw around it just to be able to lift it up and over. Not really trying to pick anything up necessarily. Just tumble it in like that. We ended up spending about $15 and each one will sell for about $15 on its own. And they're all different.
After a full day, Mike has filled both of his laundry bags with plush toys and still had $10 left.
So this was our haul for today. Got 2 nice full bags. Overall, it's a pretty successful day. Everything together, I could sell for about $400.
Mike's most valuable prize was this Kiromi plush from Japan, created by the same company as Hello Kitty. He can resell this for about $30 because it's exclusive to round one.
I think that a lot of the popularity of Japanese toys came from, they were really one of the pioneers in discontinuing toys and in creating different hierarchies of toys, so that they really created the idea of what we call the chase toy.
One of these chase toys is Sunny Angel, minifigurines released by the company Dreams Inc. in 2005. They were created with the goal of easing the stress of working women in Japan.
It's the Japanese concept of kawaii, super cute. They're supposed to embody innocence and cuteness and sweetness, and they're designed to be comforting.
Part of the appeal is that you don't know which ones you're going to get when you buy it, similar to Pokemon cards. These blind boxes typically sell for $10 to $15. Unboxing videos on social media help Sunny Angel spread, and by 2024, there was a worldwide shortage.
I got the shot. Is that the first one you...
It's all about the thrill of discovering what you're going to get, so it's kind of magical. You never know.
Buyers have tiny odds, less than 1%, of finding one of the rarest types of Sunny Angel, known as secrets.
I forgot about this one.
That's why they can fetch hundreds of dollars on eBay. Annie Chung has been collecting them since they came out and has over 50 secret angels.
These were the secret that I pulled from the circus series. It's hard to go into the real world and you need something comforting that you can take to your office with you.
Annie co-founded the toy store Anmei in New York City in 2014 and keeps some of her rarest items on display.
Everything behind the register here, this whole wall, is all limited edition. It's like a one-hit wonder. They don't reproduce it again. I'm just really looking at my 401k right now.
How many Sunny Angels do you have total?
I refuse to count. So I can keep going. I love my babies so much. I mean, in the span of 20 years, I think I'm being a good girl.
Back in December 2024, people lined up around the block for a holiday promotion at Anmei. Jesse Angel waited for 3 hours to score some Sunny Angel characters for his wife.
She's staying at home right now and taking care of our son for, nonstop. That's like 24-hour job. Can't really take any breaks.
Some collectors traded to pass the time.
I kind of feel crazy that I'm standing here, but it's
for the vibe, I guess. So I think it just brings a sense of community, especially in New York, where it's like kind of like hard to make friends too. Like you can like interact with people and be like, oh hey, like you have this, like we can trade.
Yeah, I'm only telling my girl I got like 3, maybe 5, and then I'll be like, I couldn't get any more. The rest is just gonna be a surprise. How many did you get? Didn't count. I just kept grabbing. I just kept grabbing.
Despite spiking demand for Sunny Angel blind boxes, Annie refuses to raise prices.
If the community cannot afford it, there's no future for the certain product. To us, it's not just a blind box. It's to be able to create a community.
And that's a feeling many collectors share, no matter the toy they're playing with.
Collecting touches something very elemental inside each of us. And it's a form of self-expression, really, to align yourself with a certain figure, with a certain character, and to express yourself and your affinity for that.
My advice is buy what you like. This is not stock picking, to buy cars to think you could just buy and sell them to make money. Buy what you have a passion for, because if you buy what you love, you'll always love it. God forbid I pass away tomorrow, I don't know what my wife would do. So I am working on a list with instructions myself of what to do in case I pass, and I have some friends that would help her. But it's a Herculean task for a lot of collectors that collected for 25 years and have thousands of items. Remember, each item was bought 1 or 2 at a time and enjoyed, and to get rid of 15,000 items at one time, it's difficult.